This right here is a scale 118 Motormax Audi A4 Cabriolet. Now this car has been out for quite a while now. It is still being sold in silver or red as shown here, and it's around $28. You can find it cheaper in some places, but I bought this for around $28. So this car is reasonably impressive. For a Motormax, I would consider it one of their better ones, and in the budget car segment it does still fare pretty well. It does have some minor detail issues, as most budget cars do, but I'll point those out and give you an idea of what those are, so you can make a educated decision whether you want to buy this car. So I'm just going to go off and tell you right now that I am satisfied with this car. Personally, I would recommend it. It has plenty of features, including suspension, everything opening. That opens pretty wide, although it's rather loose, and turning wheels. All good. Up front, let's get in with the very small details here. We have a pretty good grille. It goes straight through instead of that. You can see I can stick that in there. There's no problems. It's not just one piece of plastic. And we have a headlight that, well, I would like to see a little bit more detail. And I'm not sure why there's these lines in there. I guess that's to make it kind of look like the old-fashioned halogen ones, but I don't know. It actually takes away some of the detail on the inside, and in the actual car you don't notice those as much as you do on the model. You see two big pegs here that are rather distracting. License plate. I have to say that this model actually looks almost more classier than the actual car on the road, and it's because of this chrome barrier around, or chrome outline around the grille. It really gives it a nice look. The actual car has that, but it's not as noticeable just because it's so much bigger. Pretty nice wheels here. The paint quality was pretty good, except for one little minor detail. Now if you get rid of all the dust here, you notice that there's kind of a little smudge almost right here. That actually came with the car, I'm not sure why, and chances are that's just a simple factory defect, so yours will not have that if you buy this. Paint's pretty good all the way down the back. This right here is just painted, that's not a real light. Detail on the rear lights definitely, or the tail lights could definitely use a little bit more. You can't see any bulb in there. You don't see a peg, fortunately, but it kind of blends in with the rest of the car. This light up here isn't even painted. It's just an outline in the metal. You see here, this is the 3.0. It has a V6 engine. There we go. Pretty good engine. All the details there. Of course, with these Audis you don't really see that much detail because it's mostly covered by this. But you can see the characteristic engine over the front wheels. Audi, as close to the front of the car as possible. Underneath, detail is definitely pretty good, minus that big black plastic piece. The car's red, so that should be red, but in a budget car segment, that's probably asking too much. All the detail is there. You got the heat shield, as well as this brace here. Exhaust, pretty good. One thing I will point out is that this is a front-wheel drive model. It's not the Quattro. You might have noticed that just because there's no Quattro badging on it, but you can also see that there's no differential back here. So all the power goes to the front wheels on this one. Not that it matters as a model, but it's always good to know this is a front track model. Fortunately, this is solid metal instead of the plastic that Maisto's been using lately. And let's get on the inside here. Very, very nice detail. You got the wood grain in there, we got all the buttons colored in, and even on the GPS screen we have a little map. Pretty impressive. The gauges behind the steering wheel look very, very good. It's not just one big sticker, it's actually separated into the small circles. Very, very nice. See more of that wood grain, it continues around the back. The seats are pretty nice. Doesn't, yeah, no seat belts, but there are seat belts in the back, but not the front. No carpeting, as this is a budget car. Pretty high quality. Exhaust there. And to finish this off, this is a pretty durable car. It's actually one of the most durable. You can see when I move back and forth, normally you see those wheels bending like, well, this one doesn't, so it's definitely a decent car. These are strong. These are strong, very strong actually. Never realized how much so. And this stays up, and it's pretty sturdy, so it probably won't come down anytime soon. So definitely one of the best Motormaxes made, other than the minor flaws that I pointed out. Still an excellent car, still really nice looking, and it's not very often that you find an A4. So that's all. I hope this helps, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below and I'll try to answer them. Thanks for watching.